that fool. Hit him, 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 hit him. Smash him up, watch that move. Went too swift, can't catch these dudes. Hit him, 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 hit him. Listen, 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 hit him, listen. This Eagles talk, this talk Eagles. Philly bleed green, it's from your people. Fly, Eagles, fly. Let's beat the squad. Big Pat Shelley, Dante the Dark Child. Drop the stats on him, drop the facts on him. Spur King, baby, let's get it on.
Woo! Woo! I don't know how to do this. I'm crazy. What a game. What a game. As you can see, lights went out at Dark Knight's house. I'm here by myself. Man, oh man. You guys are right. Jonathan Gannon is not what it is. Welcome to the Eagles Talk post-game show. Dark Knight is not here. I'm here. Michelle's not here. This is your boy Pat. First person in the room, Frank said we're 1-0. Yes, it's about time. It took us a long time to get 1-0. Christopher Burton, we're 1-0. William still have to tighten up that run defense. Definitely, man. They was killing us with that trap inside run play. They ran that consistently for a tune of over 150 rush yards. Like this has to get tightened up. Joseph Plagero, fly Eagles, fly. Jeremy T, yeah, boy. Let me put some comments up there. Man, it wasn't pretty, but it's still a W. Yes. As the defense needs to step up, we would have lost against a better team. Let's talk about that right there. This Detroit Lions is not the team that we thought we were going to play. We thought we was going to play a hapless, no skill team that's going to quit after the first punch. Come to find out, after the first punch, yeah, they got down a little bit, but they came back. They came back with the fight. I guess it was the crowd. I guess it was the resolve to not lose this game, and they put up a great fight. This Detroit Lions team will be something good this year in that NFC North. But right now, we as a Philadelphia Eagles team have a lot to be desired. We left a lot on the bone. Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins ended the game with 0 catches, exited the game with 0 catches. Shout out to A.J. Brown, who had 10 catches, over 150 yards. He's the real deal. But we do need to spread the ball out. Dallas Goedert had three receptions for 60 yards. But with that being said, Jalen Hurts, man, he kind of willed us to victory in that one. To be honest, he was still doing some of the things he was doing last year. He did have some couple throws that were unexpected from before. He threw some tight window throws. He hit some good slants to AJ Brown. But he did resort back to his normal self. When the first rush came in, he avoided the rush. Instead of looking up and throwing the ball downfield, he took off. Next to that last drive, AJ Brown came wide open across the middle when he was blitzing. He made that move. He has to let that ball go. Our defensive front four need to get better pressure on these quarterbacks. If this is what we got to look for going towards into the season against backups, if this is what we got to look for going to into the season, Jonathan Gannon is going to need to dial up more blitzes than he did today. Let me go to some comments right now because I know y'all kind of hype up, mad, upset. Susan said, knew we would win, knew we would fight for this win. Carl said, Gannon has to go. Listen, playing 7 yards off the ball, that has to stop. That literally has to stop. Especially it was another 3rd and 2. They played 7 yards off. I'm out of blood pressure mess. Dante's here in spirit. Isaac Ware said, bring me in, Pat. I got your back. I appreciate you, Isaac. Just keep the comments coming and help me out with this post-game live here because you know what? There's a lot left to be desired with this Philadelphia Eagles football team. I think we did find a kick returner, Brandon Covey. He filled the punts very, very good. He made some positive yardage. He didn't fumbled any snaps. It looks like when he caught the ball, it's very secure. Actually, got ran into by Zach Pascal and caught the ball even when he got ran into it. And it looks like he wasn't even there. So I'm very excited about that. Um, Shout out to Jake Elliott making his kicks when he needed to. Hammy said, good game, great win. Listen, it is our first game of the season. We are a little rusty. There are still some kinks we need to get out as a team. More or less, this is like our actual first game. And I believe that this team is still knocking some of the rust off, knocking some of what they think will win games this season on this defense and on this offense. There were some positive plays from our running backs. Shout out to Miles Sanders getting his first touchdown in almost 2 seasons. He had 96 yards rushing on 13 carries. He almost had 100 yards. Should have left him in there to get that 100 yards. But nevertheless, our running game put up 216 yards on the ground. Outstanding right there. But we do have to do a little bit better clock management, designing plays. With a team like the Detroit Lions, who basically they're the best part of their defense is their interior line. We need to spread them out. We need to spread them out. We went into many bunch formations to do something different with them. And you know what? Let me do this right now because I've been talking too much, and I really don't want to do a shot with my team because we gave up what 24 points in the fourth quarter. That's not a good thing. We gave up 24 points throughout in the second half. We got to do better. But you know what? It is victory, so we gotta take a victory shot. So let me know what you're drinking out there. I'm drinking the Jameson Irish whiskey. To our Philadelphia Eagles for the victory to make sure my week is much better. Down the hatch. Let me know what you're drinking out there. Down the hatch. 3, 2, 1. Yes. Definitely gonna read some of your comments though. Hank said, so I feel like the Lions just had a really good running back. Not every team is going to have a back like that. Swifty is a very talented running back. If you don't know anything about Devontae Swift, he's a very good running back. He's a shifty running back. He got speed and you know got a little power with him. So when healthy, he could be a top 5 running back in the league. That's what I think of him. Efren said, got to do better with clock management. Definitely got to do better with clock management. Uh, David said, there is no need to panic the hell out and overreact over one way or the other. It's one game, and we have added a lot of parts and pieces. You're right, David. You're 100% right. It's no need to panic, but there are some glaring things that rear their head again, like the defense not being aggressive. They're running big offensive sets, but yet you don't bring in that extra defensive lineman. They're running trap plays, so you don't have your defensive tackles pinched down. You got to neglect those inside trap plays. In the NFL, those inside trap plays should never work with your defensive tackles and your defensive coordinator understanding what to do in those situations. But let's look at it. These guys ran for 180 total rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. I'm sorry. That's not that we can't do that. We cannot let that go on for the rest of the season. Nasir said, "Get Gannon out of here." I give him 4 games. They are real. Shout out to the Lions. They have trained very hard. They're going to be a very tough opponent for any team this year. I believe they're going to be the best team in the NFC North, being as though Aaron Rodgers doesn't really have his receivers this year. Let me get to some newer comments. Rachel said, I think when we went up in the first time, the defense relaxed. We got to snap their necks. We do. Ed said, I just refilled my scripts if you need some blood pressure medicine. Listen, Jonathan Gannon has to be a little bit more aggressive. I understand that it's still a first game, and a lot of teams are going to be filling out each other. They're going to fill out who you can play and how you can play them and what scenarios you can play them with. But you gotta understand something. You cannot have these smaller defensive tackles in when they're bringing big sets. You got to bring in the big bodies. You gotta have Cox in there. You gotta have Jordan in there. You gotta bring in Marlin in there. You gotta bring in the bigger defensive tackles to combat those inside run plays because they were killing us. They were just, you know what? They say we're not gonna get to the outside. We're gonna kill them on the inside and throw a little bubble screens here and there. Hammy said offense did good. Eagles defense great, but all they need to do is finish the game. We should be okay throughout the season. We do need to be a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not too up in arms about this one game. There's a lot of things that we could have did much better, but we did not do. But that gives this team a lot to work on for the next game. Just to be honest, let's look at it. Yes, we had a turnover. We had a pick six. One thing we've been preaching all year is a turnover and turn it into points. We had a pick six. Defensive line, inside defensive rush gave some pressure to Golf. TJ Edwards had Kaiser White. I'm sorry, Kaiser White had the tip on the ball, and freaking our new corner got the pick six. So in hindsight, we look good. We just got to put all pieces together. CJ Gardner Johnson, he's going to work out for us. He's definitely going to work out for us. He's a scrappy safety / nickel. We got to put him in better positions to win. Uh, the defense in itself, besides the little miscues, actually look pretty good. I know you're saying Pat, they look pretty good. They gave up 35 points. I mean, let's look at the defensive coordinator. Some of this is on the defensive coordinator. Some of this is on the miss tackle. Some of this is on this rust. Let's be honest. This defense is rusty. They haven't been really out there in the preseason. Somebody said it earlier. They haven't been out there in the preseason to actually put together a really good defensive game. Let me go back to this. We should have had 2 picks. We definitely should have 2 picks. Actually, we should have 3 picks if you go back and look at it. George said, didn't watch the whole game, but why Smith didn't have no catches yards? Did he get taken out of the game? I have to go back and look at that because at one point I thought they were double coveraging Smitty and Darren Hurts to go to AJ Brown. I have to go back and look at that because Smitty definitely could have won on some of those one-on-one coverages. Tony Barron, Smitty out here looking for his first reception. Yes, and I got him on my fantasy team. So, boy, Eagles should not relax when we are up. All gas, no brakes. Keith, I agree to that. Tony said, I think our secondary is scary. It can be scary, but you know what? When you're running the ball as efficiently as the Detroit Lions did this game, it neglects what secondary you have. That touchdown to DJ Chalk over Slay. Slay was in great position to make the play. It was a small little push off, which is football. But at the end of the day, those plays are going to happen when you play tight coverage. I'd rather us play tight coverage and give up, random stuff than play short coverage and give up bigger things. We got the Dark Knight on here.
Hey, what's up, guys? What a game!
Yeah. welcome to the post game, man.
What's up, everybody? Everybody happy, right? I'm happy.
Everybody not happy. Everybody's not happy.
Ugly. It was ugly.
We got a long comment by Mel Davis. I want to read this.
All right.
I'm gonna put it up there. Mel Davis said McDermott ran a hard preseason camp and played his starters. McVay did not. Bills look ready to take it up another level. Rams look flat. The comparison to the Lions and the Eagles training camp philosophy is telling. Got to be ready to come out hitting day one. Thankfully, the Eagles woke up and reacted positively. Now Gannon got to wake up and be more aggressive. Detroit may be better than predicted. Eagles Nation, Eagles talk. Definitely. I totally agree with that.
Oh, definitely. I agree with that. The physicality, you could see that it wasn't there. That we just had a better team roster-wise, and I think that's what led us to prevail at the end. Had they had a little more talent, they definitely gave more effort. I think they won the effort battle. They came out and they punched us. I mean, they did. They came out and they slugged us, right? And we reacted to that. Had a good run. The defense, Jonathan Gannon. We saw very few blitzes. A lot of what we saw last year, and if we continue this, we're going to continue to look like this. And this was just Detroit. Imagine if it was a team with a better offense. It's not going to be pretty. He's got to get better. He has more tools in his toolbox, and I don't think he used them effectively. I don't think he rolled that defense out and used the weapons the way he should have or could have. And it looked a lot like last year, man. It looked a lot like last year.
Yeah, it did. It kind of got to a point where, though, Detroit said, you know what? We're going to live and die with the blitz. And that's what they did. They lived, they died with the blitz.
And that's what kills me, because Detroit was playing the defense I was hoping to see come from our defense. They were playing the defense. I guess you got to be more exact when you put something out there. When you put stuff out in the universe that you want to see, I guess you got to be more specific. Because I wanted to see a blitzing defense, but I wanted to see it from my defense, not from the other team's defense. And that's exactly what they did. They brought heat to the kitchen, man, all day long. And kudos to Jalen for saving us, because he saved us with his legs a lot.
Yeah, he did.
He saved us with his legs a lot. And that's because Detroit brought constant pressure, and we did not, man. I was disappointed to see that, man. They were playing the defense that I was longing to see from our defense, and wasn't the case, man. And if today's game and the play calling by Jonathan Gannon is any indication, this may be why he's still our defensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had multiple interviews this offseason, and nobody thought it was in their best interest to hire him. And I just think he did a horrible job today. I think he did a horrible job.
And at that, made Jonathan Gannon look almost look like Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, you mean Goff? Jared Goff.
Well, I say Jared, whatever. Jared Goff. Only made Jared Goff look like freaking Aaron Rodgers. Like, you can't give him this much. You can't give pro quarterbacks time in the pocket. You can't. I don't care who they are. They need to have some. You need to bring some pressure into the kitchen. You need to. Let me go to some comments.
Didn't see that. I did like the new guy, CJ. That's his name, CJ.
Yeah, CJ Gardner, Chauncey Gardner.
Yeah, I like him. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a high energy guy. I told you we're going to like him because his ability to play the run, to play the pass, and actually just make plays for our defense. He's very aggressive. He had 5 total tackles today. And that's great to see from a safety on a cusp that we just got him. Marcus Epps actually looked pretty good, doggone good himself today too.
I could see that. I mean, I saw that in Epps, and now I see what they've been talking about. He's the real deal. I think he's the real deal. Palatero, I'm sorry. What happened to the D line? Is it overrated? I don't think it's overrated. I think they're not getting there with just the 4-man rush. I think you gotta have to send a couple extra people. But I thought they were all right. I thought the defensive play calling was just horrible. Somebody said it earlier. Let me see if I can find it. Somebody said it earlier. We got the tools. There it is. Bill Crow says we are not going in the right direction on defense. We may have dudes, but not using them right in the right way. You know what I'm saying?
We do. Hey, there goes Nichelle.
Nichelle's in there? Okay.
Yeah, let me bring it up. She got her.
Hello.
Hey, Nichelle.
Hey, what's going on?
We won. That's what's going on. But we're not happy about the win. We're not happy about it.
I know I'm not excited either. It's a shame. It's sad. It's real
It is,
sad.
man.
It's real sad. That defense, come on now. Come on now.
35 points to Detroit. They were definitely uh, the team with the most energy, and they had fight, man. Like
They had.
to our credit, we did get up by a sizable lead,
Mhm.
and they didn't give up. Those guys did not give up and came back and made it a game. And although I'm happy with the win, I'm happy with the offense that I've seen. I mean, the offense that
Right.
generated points. I don't know that is going to be sustainable against better teams, but it did the job today, so I'll take it. We can't rely on Jalen. I mean, I'm glad. I'm getting electric back. I'm sorry. I'm in this setup because I lost power in the house and I just saw a light flicker, so I thought I was back. All right. So anyway, I'm grateful, and a big part of the offensive production was Jalen's special ability to extend plays. I mean, how many times did he save us with his legs today? I mean, so
He
you
had
guys,
to.
he
He
had
had
to,
to. He had to. The receivers there. Did you see the one play they ran it back? And everybody that was out, including Goddard, the tight end, all just stopped and just stood there. They didn't finish. Like, he's scrambling and they was just standing there like they didn't know what to do. They didn't know how to get open. That's
Right.
what burns me. Like, run, come on, you have a job to do. Finish your route, and if the play gets blown up, your job is to get open, not just stand there.
Yeah,
And that's
it's
coaching,
the play
right?
design.
Coaching has to
Yep.
tell them that.
That's coaching. That's play design. That's all the above. You looking for what it is. Like, why are these receivers not getting open? Right? We put them in positions to get open, but the only person that's fighting for the ball is AJ Brown. I don't think that's true. I think it was a scheme wise from the Detroit Lions, and Kyle O'Brien put up a comment. I think it was scheme wise by Detroit Lions to rotate their coverage over to Devontae Smith and let AJ Brown, put their best corner on AJ Brown. It didn't work
Hmm.
out. It didn't work out. Once I go back at the film, I can give you an honest assessment of what's going on. But these other guys need to be involved in this offense. I thought we was gonna
They
put up at
do.
least 54 points. The way we were moving, I thought we were gonna put up 54 points because once Skyler got involved, that's it. It's only a matter of time before Quez Watkins and Devontae Smith are involved in this. And next thing you know, we're gonna be an unstoppable force. Now, this may be contribute to Russ, going against a physical team like this and not having any actual preseason games like that. This may be part of that Russ that we always say that this team is going to have. It's going to take them 4 games to get up to speed. So I think that's going to, I think that's really going to happen.
I'm not mad at that. I mean, look, if we putting up 38 points on our bad days,
Mhm.
I mean, I can't be mad at that.
Yeah, I can't.
And we have nowhere to go but up. But I agree. I think Steichen and Sirianni need to have a heart to heart about, you know, they need to go even further with the offensive scheme and the formations. Like, I shouldn't know what you're about to run.
Correct.
Like, you're come on. You don't disguise anything. I think I may have seen one or two plays where I thought it was a run and they threw the ball. They actually gave a different look, but they're still too much on the vanilla side for me. For
You're
me.
100% right. Like I kept calling. I put it in the chat. I said, why are they not spreading this aggressive defense open? Like, you got aggressive defense as like the Lions. They're going to be very aggressive this year. You got to spread them out. You got to spread.
Yeah.
You got to make their linebackers cover. You got to make those safeties covers. You got to make sure they declare early so you can get the ball out. When you have these bunch sets, you play in their favor. You play
Yeah.
in a defensive end favor or a blitzing safety or corner's favor because now he's close to a line of scrimmage where he's already blitzing. You don't have to come far to get you. I want to go to some comments real quick. Kyle Bryan said, "Did Jim Schwartz let them run the ball down our throats?" Jim Schwartz wasn't there. I get what you're talking about. Ed said, "Brown looked really good. He had 13 10 catches for 155. He was thrown at 13 times. He's the real deal. He's
Mm-hmm.
definitely the real deal.
Hello.
Dark Knight's back here.
All right, I'm
Mm-hmm.
back.
We got
In
some
his big
grades for
man
Jonathan
chair.
Gannon. For Jonathan Gannon, grade F.
Yeah, he gets a D-.
Oh my God, yeah, he's ooh, that was disappointing, man. Again, Jalen Hurts, man. Thanks, kudos to him, man, for being who he is. Basically, you know what I'm saying. They
He
went to,
saved
I
our
think they
ass so many times.
Oh yeah, definitely. He saved the offensive coordinator's ass so many times
Yeah.
because had he not, let's imagine that if Jalen Hurts is not as talented, doesn't have those special abilities to to use his legs to get out of situations, that offense doesn't put up 38 points. It doesn't put up 38 points with a pocket passing quarterback who we like to see Jalen become more of. But had we had a strict pocket passing quarterback
We
today,
lost the game.
we lose
the game.
today.
We lose the game.
Yeah,
that
we would have
game.
lost. We would have lost because they kept letting the blitz come through. So the O-line has to do some soul searching themselves.
But also with that, you got to think about it. A smarter offensive coordinator will realize that these guys are blitzing heavy on second and third down, like they were, right? So in those situations, what beats the blitz? Over the middle, short passes, and
Mm-hmm.
screens. They kill blitzes. They make you second think. Oh,
Right.
I can't
Where
blitz
was
no more.
where was the screen
We
game? I thought
we
they were
turn
working on that in the training camp. Where
we
was
got
the
we
screen
got we
game?
got we got college screen pass a game where you throw to the receiver on the screen passes. No, we need to go to the traditional screen
No.
passes. We had two of them that work with the tight end, but we need to go back to the traditional screen passes where with Doug Peterson, even with Chip Kelly, they were a staple of this offense. Truthfully,
Yeah, no, real talk. I mean, that's that. I mean, back in the McNabb era, going to the other Brian. Who's the other running back?
Westbrook.
Yeah, Westbrook. Come on now, we would kill the screen with Westbrook.
Yeah,
All right, Scott Kennard says Gannon's excuse last season was he was limited because of personnel. What's the excuse now besides he saw?
he saw.
I agree with that.
He saw. He's terrible.
He's soft.
He saw.
He's soft. He's
He
softer
saw.
than a baby's bottom. He's
saw- he-
softer than a baby's
Charmin.
bottom.
He's
I put
softer
it
than
in the
Charmin.
chat room. Jonathan Gannon has no kahunas. None. Oh my goodness. That was it was frustrating to see. It was exciting to see the few blitzes that he did run. And I kept
They
thinking
big
like,
mad.
oh man. I was like, oh man, we might be doing it. No. That was a tease. Detroit was actually running the defense I wanted to see my defense run.
Right, exactly. Yo,
like, what the
real
hell's
talk.
going on?
Seriously,
I gotta say this.
that was heartbreaking.
That boy Adrian Hutchinson is the real deal.
Yeah.
He's the real deal. He's going to be a very good player for those Detroit Lions. We need somebody like that on our side. Listen, Hassan Rugg, he didn't really show up today because it's probably a defensive scheme. Josh Sweat, I don't know what the heck he was doing today. Derek Barnett,
We didn't hear for any of them.
I didn't even know Derek Barnett was playing until he got injured. I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest. I didn't know I was playing until he got injured. Derek, Brandon Graham, he was in for a few plays, but he's still working out from an injury. So it was more or less our defense interior. I do got to say this though: there were a few plays where our defensive tackle, Jordan Davis actually controlled the line of scrimmage, and I would say while we should have had him in more plays, especially on first downs, on those run downs, to control that line of scrimmage. We do have a comment. The quality of our coaching staff is not equal to the quantity of our players. Right about
that is so on point, James. That's why I put the comment.
Could you imagine if we had better coaches?
Right. The quality of our coaching staff is not equal to the quality of players. We have some quality players, especially on defense, and we did not get that the same quality of effort from our coaching staff, especially our defensive coordinator. No, that was horrible. That was horrible.
Well,
And
I
we got
wish Howie had an off season with getting good coaches when the year he brought in Sirianni and got rid of Doug like he did this year. Like, I mean, come on, dude.
he was
Yeah.
looking. I think everybody was looking for the next Sean McVay, and I'm
We
sure that's
had
what was on his mind.
we had we
Looking
had the
for the
next Sean
next
May. We had him.
who?
We had Sean McDermott.
Oh yeah, we did. I mean, but that was so long ago. That was before the Super Bowl. But I'm talking about in recent history.
Yeah.
And he wanted a Sean McVay under his own conditions. He wanted a Sean McVay that he can control. Hence, that's why we got Sirianni. So he wanted a young offensive, brilliant mind that he can control. And you might have got somebody you can control, but I have yet to see the brilliance in his offensive play calling or scheming or any. I don't see the brilliance yet. I haven't seen the brilliance yet. Not even in him getting us to the playoffs last year. I didn't see the brilliance.
He doesn't give me prodigy. He really doesn't give me the prodigy of them other young coaches. So I'm not buying into that at all.
Yeah, I'm not. And that's
That's
horrible
just me.
because this is week 1. We should feel good. We should feel good. It's a W. I know we're Eagles fans, and this is what we do. We pick it apart. But it was a win, and I'll take that over the loss. Don't get it twisted. Now, this would be a lot more, a more dire situation had we been sitting here talking about we lost to the Detroit Lions. So don't get me wrong. I'm grateful for the win, but we got to do better. I mean, that was Detroit, and I'm gonna give a little bit of it's the fact that it's the first game of the season. The rust has to be worked off. We went through this last year, but we can ill afford to start off 2-5. So take the rust off, guys, and we got to get back to it because next week is going to be a tough game. This is not. We're not playing Detroit next week. We're playing Minnesota.
Listen, none of these games are gimme. And right now, Minnesota is beating the Packers, and look what happened to the Super Bowl champs Rams on Thursday night. So any given Sunday, none of this is a gimme right now for us.
Right, exactly.
It definitely go back to that softer type of training camp and preseason schedule. Like I mean, we have the more talented team, yes. So we should have won that game regardless, right? But the Detroit Lions were more prepared to be more physical. They out physical us, period. They're more physical than we were. They say you're coming to our house. No, we're gonna smack you around. You might steal our wallets, but you gonna come out here with a black eye. And we got to be more physical than what we showed on at 1:00 today.
All right. Gabriel says better teams are going to see this game and take advantage of the flaws on both sides of the ball. Deshaun says once again they come out with 4 wide, and our defensive coordinator went with nickel. Please make it make sense.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make
Let's
sense.
hope Gannon and Nick learn from this game. We'll be playing the Vikes Monday night. Let's see if the announcers call our coaching. Yeah, they should have. This was the same problem we had last year. So that's what's discouraging because we talked about what this team needed to do to improve the next step that Jalen Hurts needed to take and the such. And Michelle was very specific in pointing out that we need to see our coaches take the next step. And we didn't see that today. We saw a lot of the same behaviors and philosophies of last year. It doesn't seem that they have taken a step, not in this first game. So, you saying that you hope they learn from this game. I was hoping that they was learning from last season. See this in this game here. That's what I was hoping for. So, I'm a little disappointed. Ed says, I'm going to take a shot and wait to see how we hold up against Minnesota next week before I start punching holes in the wall. Well, hey, Ed, please You do that because we have a wide fan base, and as Eagles fans, we're also a team, and everybody in this fan base has to play their role. So you be that guy that'll wait before you start punching holes in the wall. My role is to punch the goddamn holes in the wall. That's my role. So I'm gonna do what I do. What the Belichick say. Everybody do their job. So everybody do their job. So you guys that take wait a minute and before you go there, you guys play that role because we need that on the team, and we need those guys to get upset when we see shit, and that's my role. So I'm gonna play that one. All right, Scott says Jordan Davis really helped stop the run.
He did.
But why the lack of blitz still? Best pair of quarterbacks in the division, let them do what they do. I agree with that. What do you think, Pat?
I mean, I definitely agree with it. I wish that Jordan Davis got more playing time than Jonathan Hargrave did, because Hargrave is still rusty. He didn't play any preseason. He was pretty much injured during the whole training camp, so therefore, he's playing himself back into shape. Jordan Davis is a force in that middle. Like I thought I saw a triple team again. The center, the guard, and the tackle come down on him and still push the pocket. Like he's a pocket pusher that we need in those situations where they're gashing us directly up the middle in that middle trap. When he was in the game, it didn't happen.
All right, this is a good one. Lefton said, if I might be butchering your name, I'm sorry. Please forgive me, but he says, I need to watch the game again. Surprised Smith didn't get a lot of looks today. I'm not. I knew it was going to be. I mean, I called this. This was going to be. Remember, there was a question asked, who do you think is going to have the breakout year? The DeVonta Smith or it was a guy on defense too. Nakobe Dean. And I said it was kind of tough because everybody, just suspected that it might be DeVonta Smith because of the year he had last year. And my explanation for that was that because of A.J. Brown, he's not going to get as many targets. And we saw that today. Now, that has got to change. We know that. We know that this cannot continue, and this is a ebb and flow type of season game. So next week, he may be the guy because I know all the attention is going to go to A.J. with the targets he received today. Minnesota is going to be hell-bent on making sure that they slow him down. So maybe he'll get those looks next week, but I'm not surprised that he didn't get them in this initial game. I kind of foresaw that he's not going to get as many targets with best friend AJ here. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah, how about that?
Plus he's going to have to work a little bit more for it. I mean, as much as he runs pretty routes, he runs the pretty routes when they're right there for him to run. When he doesn't face adversity on his route running well. Like when the play starts to break up, he doesn't adjust. He doesn't, and that's what I want to see more from DeVonta Smith is separation.
Right,
that's
right. Now this was another one of my pet peeves looking at today. But Yender says, man, they got Hassan Reddick playing middle linebacker. I don't think I've seen one drive where he was a down lineman. I've seen Hassan Reddick in dropping back in coverage a little bit too much for my liking. For a guy that we came in here to specialize on putting some heat on the quarterback. I didn't know. I missed the memo. I didn't know we had changed Hassan's Reddick position to secondary. I didn't know.
Right.
You guys, please keep me posted on these type things. If I didn't know we brought him here to make him a cornerback.
Listen,
I thought we brought him to get the damn quarterback.
He should be coming off the same side as Brandon Graham. They should be double teaming. You saw they kept talking about NASCAR set. Detroit's running this NASCAR set. We're actually physically built for that.
Yeah,
we're physically built for that right now. You line up Brandon Graham and Hassan Reddick on outside of him. You have Jordan Davis, Fletcher Cox on the other side. Then you have another defensive end. You literally have a NASCAR set. You literally have a rush set right there. A simple defensive coordinator would come up and think about that.
Mm-hmm. Palatero says Howie has got to step in and jump all over our DC, and I wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah.
I really my belief is that's what he did last year to the offense. I really think Howie stepped in after the 2-5 start and that offense was sputtering. I think Howie stepped in and said, "Look, you're not calling plays no more. Let this guy call plays now." So if that's what he's doing, I don't know what change he'll make on
I don't think
defense,
Howie's
but
doing
he
that.
definitely needs to step.
I think
I'm
Howie's
you
keeping the
could not.
football decisions to the football guys. I hate to say that in the sense that we're looking at Jonathan Gannon and say he's not a football guy, but I think Howie's keeping the football decisions with the football guys and doing what he needs to do in the background to make sure we have guys on the team that can play these specific roles. Now, with that being said, it's up to the head coach to come down on your defensive coordinator. It's up on Nick Sirianni to say, yo, you give up 35 points to a Detroit Lion team.
Okay.
I need
Seriously.
better from you next week. I need blitzes.
Right.
I need disguised coverages. I need something that doesn't tip off what the heck. Did you see what they ran? Did you see that they showed they was blitzing and they came after us? All right?
Mm-hmm.
Show that.
Mm-hmm.
We had the horses in the back of the stable to run with any team that we face. Let these guys do what they're paid to do.
Mm-hmm.
Don't change what their position is. No way in the world Hassan Reddick should be dropping back in coverage when he's a special pass rusher, especially his pass rusher. The hell is he dropping back in coverage for? Why is Josh Sweat in coverage? Y'all didn't see that today, did you? Josh Sweat was in coverage today.
I know
that's why we didn't hear their names.
Yeah, because they were out there playing, cornerback.
A whole nother position.
A whole other position. And I disagree with you, Pat. Come on. The reports out of there when Doug Peterson was in the building, they were having Tuesday meetings with him as management and going over game film. You don't do that if you're letting the football people make the football decisions. And this was post Super Bowl ring.
So since that got out, I believe they, when things get out, people try to change their ways. Let's be honest.
Nah, I ain't trying to hear
definitely. People start criticizing Howie and Jeffrey. Why are you having your coach answering to you guys on a Monday? Saying why you didn't do this, even though they won the game. Why you didn't pass the ball 35 times? Why you ran the ball? Hey, come on now. When I got out, the whole team, the whole management team got scrutinized because of that. You don't think they changed their ways a little bit?
Nah, it don't. Howie doing that? Nah, I don't see that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I don't see that. But I'm not going to waste a lot of time on that. Whatever needs to be done, let it get it done. Get it done. Get it done. Correct this before it gets ugly because and then they're probably calling us a tough bunch of fans or whatever because we got the win and all, but this is just what we do as Eagles fans. I'm not going to apologize for it. You know what I'm saying? This is what we do. I'm happy for the win, not happy in the manner that it happened, but it's got to be better. I mean,
got to be better.
And don't get me wrong, I'll take 3-point wins all year long. If we go 17-0 and we win by 3 points every game, I'll take it. But this just didn't rub me as a dominating game, which it could have been, or a game that if we continue these practices or this pattern, that's going to be successful for us going forward in the season. That's what I think. But we're 1-0. We're 1-0. I'm gonna embrace that, and we're not gonna be here. Did we take shots in the post game? Did you take any shots?
I took one to begin it, but it's time for you to take one.
No, I'm upstairs. I don't even have any alcohol around me, so I'm not gonna take a shot. Oh man, I'm
sipping on my Bloody Mary.
I gotta leave the house after this. I can't even watch the game, and I have no power. All right, but we're gonna get out of here, man. we'll be back on Thursday. Upon further review, we'll talk about this game after we get a chance to sit down and look at it again and find some more things that we're mad about. Then we'll come back and we'll all talk about it together on Thursday at 7 o'clock. I'm your man. Excuse me, I'm lost power, so that's why I'm in this position here. But I'll be back. We'll all be back on Thursday at 7 o'clock to further discuss this game and get ready for our next week's opponent, the Minnesota Vikings. For Pat, Michelle, you guys
Peace,
take it
peace.
easy. Have a great week. Peace.
Peace.